Stephen, we head into the derby, and of course, just looking back first, have you had time to reflect on the Hibs result now?
Yeah, of course. Unfortunately, as a manager, you never get away with it. You never stop thinking about it. I think the result possibly didn't reflect the game at times. But you know, the first goal we concede, we've got to come out, and we make no mistake, we conceded two sloppy goals. You know, whether it's a right decision or wrong decision, two poor goals. A big part of us last season was we didn't give away goals that got there. So we need to get back to that straight away, and we've worked on that all week, and I'm confident we'll get back to doing that again.
And another thing that was certainly a characteristic of us last season was how we responded, wasn't it? It's not something that will keep us too down, that result, was it, considering the opposition? Yeah,
you know, you've got to remember where Hibs are and what size of club they are. They've had a run in Europe now. You know, they drew last night as well, so it tells you what a level of team they have. You know, when you look at the players they have, and especially in the forward areas, there's a massive threat in the midfield areas. So, you know, not every team's going to be like Hibs. I thought there was good bits, especially second half, when we actually got control of the game. So there's positives to take out of it. There's lots of things that can be better, and things that we can affect. And as I say, we've worked on that during the week, and we're confident that'll be put into practice.
One of those positives that you spoke about was certainly the impact of Danny Johnson, wasn't it? He's come in and he certainly looked lively last weekend.
Yeah, it's taken Danny maybe a month to get used to the level and the pace and the demands coming up from non-league, but there's no doubt Danny's going to score goals. You can see that he gets himself in a lot of good positions. You know, he combined well with Samuel when he came on. You know, there's a decent understanding there. So, you know, I think Danny will grow and get better, and he's obviously given me food for thought.
Yeah, of course, and more food for thought will be the fact that Tom Aldred's returned to the club. What can you tell us about Tom's return back to Motherwell? Well,
Tom's someone I've stayed in touch with all through the summer. You know, we were very straight with each other that if somebody left, then he'd be the first person I came in for. We didn't do the deal until late last night, so I haven't actually had Tom on the training pitch yet. So we'll have a look at him, see where he is fitness-wise. He's not played competitive games, but he's played some behind closed doors and bounce games. So he's a fit boy, strong boy, and you know, he's another one that we've brought in that'll increase the competition.
Yeah, and fans will certainly know what to expect from Tom. However, we have just announced Christian and Bulu as well. What can you tell us about him, Stephen, for the fans that maybe don't know a bit about him?
Yeah, Christian's, you know, we've got a bit of a reputation of doing that, especially with defenders. You know, we've brought Ben Hennigan in from nowhere, we've brought Kipper in from nowhere, we've brought Dunny in from nowhere, and they've gone on and excelled and made the club a lot of money. And you know, he's another one that we see potential with, and it's up to him what he does with it. We'll give him all the tools and the advice we need to take him forward. So he might not be one that's right here right now, but he's certainly a lot of potential who's impressed all the staff.
And he's another young player that you've brought in as well, Stephen. But with the likes of Tom Aldred, Peter Hartley in there's a good blend of youth and experience now, isn't there?
There is, you know, and you look at Alan Campbell, Chris Cadden that's come through, and we've got young Barry Maguire, David Turnbull, James Scott, all on the edge of things. You know, train was every day, boys that were on the bench last week, and they only have to look at Alan Campbell, and that's the attitude and the desire they need to push on into the first team. So, you know, if they're good enough, they'll play. I don't care who have signed and who have brought in. If the young boys stand up and they play when they train with and impress us, then they'll be put in.
You mentioned desire there, and that was going to be key going into a derby clash. Let's look at Hamilton now. What do you expect going into another difficult game?
As I say, I was at the game last Saturday, you know, and again, I don't think the scoreline reflected what I seen. Hamilton started really brightly. You know, some of their new signings were decent, played some good football, and went ahead. So, you know, after the break was a bit different. They conceded goals, and you know, Hearts were strong. But on the overall reflection of the game, I think actually they'll feel a little bit aggrieved by the result. So they'll come the same as ourselves, a little bit, as I say, aggrieved with the scoreline, and I'm sure it'll be a real competitive game.
And the first league game here as well at home, it'll be one that I'm sure everyone's really relishing, and you in particular as well, Stephen.
Yeah, definitely. You know, good to get back to Fair Park. We had a great record here, and it's something that became a little bit of a fortress, and we have to make it like that again. You know, we can't change what we've done. We have to make sure we make it very uncomfortable for teams. We have to be physical. We have to know when to get the ball down and when to play. And you know, we probably didn't do that early enough against Hibs last week, so we need to do that. But we have to earn the right to play football and make sure that people know they're in a game.
Well, best of luck, Stephen.
Cheers, Lewis.